Hey guys, I'm back with yet another video. So I wanted to chat a bit about props. And I've gotten the question. I'm all into answering questions that people have left over many moons, on old videos, on newer videos, the gamut. Like, it's funny, I get a lot of comments on a lot of older videos. I don't know whether it's people stumbling across my channel for the first time or just are bored or going back to look at older videos. Who knows? But I'm enjoying the questions because it actually gives me great topics to discuss with you guys. And these are things that I don't think ever get old, like talking about props for our dolls. So some collectors are really into props, some really could care less. And the question that's been posed numerous times on a lot of my videos, especially when I talk about the fact that I don't role play, I get the question, why do you have so many props? Why do you have so many, baby items if you don't even role play with your doll? What's the point? What's the purpose? Isn't that a waste of money? And to some, it could be viewed as that it could be a waste of money, that I have all these strollers and I have loveys and pacifiers, and do I use them? I do. I just don't use them maybe in the same way as other collectors do. So what do I mean by that? I mean that I am not the type of collector who will role play in video, who feeds my baby, bathes my baby. I do change the baby occasionally on video, you all know that. And I hold her quite regularly. I enjoy holding this baby the most I've ever enjoyed holding and cuddling any doll I've ever had, because she does feel so real in my arms. And yes, I've compared. I've had friends that have had newborns where I've gotten to hold them and get to compare the feeling and the difference. And there's something about her specific weight. It's also about how her body is sculpted and the fact that her legs naturally stay curled. When you pick up a baby and hold them, they tend to nestle and curl up in your arms when they're a newborn. It's just kind of what they do. And that's the familiar feeling I get when I hold Monroe. Longer, lankier, thinner dolls are just, they don't do it for me. And I've had a lot of different varying types of body styles over the years. So I cuddle her a lot. I hold her a lot. She feels really, really, truly like a newborn living baby would. And I love that about her. She's so freaking cute. And why do I need props if I don't really do the role play for her? Well, I enjoy taking pictures. I also have her in my office. This is where she's been living, minus I take her into the nursery to change her, and then I bring her back in the office with me so that I get to enjoy her on a daily basis. So why do I like to use the props? Because I'm looking at her all day long. So if I'm just looking at her, I enjoy seeing what a living baby would have next to them. So a pacifier, do I ever use them? I think I've put a pacifier in her mouth maybe 2 or 3 times in the 3 years I've had her. And I have captured that in video. So if you go back in my video collections far enough, you will see where I have actually shared what she looks like with a pacifier in her mouth. And I love her with a pacifier in her mouth, but I love the way her mouth is sculpted way more. And since I don't need to cover up that beautiful little mouth with a little bit of a sucky lip going on there, I don't feel the need to put the pacifiers in her mouth unless I'm really doing it for a video, and then it comes right back out. And that's the extent of me and pacifiers. It's been that way with all my dolls except for magnetic pacifiers on reborns. Those I would tend to use a little bit more because it's not wear and tear on their lips like it is on a silicone opening their mouth and sliding a pacifier inside their mouth on a regular basis. But that being said, I love having the little prop of a pacifier laying next to her as though she may want to have or need to have it as a living baby perhaps would. Here's the other thing. Fun fact, neither of my daughters when they were newborns or young babies ever would take a pacifier. Neither of them. and it wasn't because I didn't try. I mean, it ended up working out great because I didn't have to break them of that habit. But at the time, I thought for sure every baby wants a pacifier. Oh, no. My newborn children wanted nothing to do with them. In fact, they'd get the most angry with me. Oh, it was the most funny thing ever. And I was just like, okay. And I tried it the second time around too, and there was a no-go with that. So I kind of missed out on being able to, I never had pacifiers for my daughters, my living children. So it's fun for me to have them now. And I've found some really cute ones. This particular one is one of my favorites. I love this Suavenex one. This was so hard to find, and a wonderful fellow collector and viewer found this for me and sent it to me. And I'm still in her debt for it because I love this. But I always have one sort of pacifier next to Monroe, never using it, but it is a prop. It's fun. Props are fun for me. It actually adds to the realism and fun of collecting in the hobby. So even though I'm not bringing home different dolls left and right because I am thoroughly, absolutely content with this baby, I still like to buy all the accessories I can for her. It really is what's enjoyable for me because it, adds to her personality that I've created and given, for her over the years. You guys, have even said, we give our dolls personalities, and this baby definitely has her own unique personality based on how she looks, her facial features, the expression on her face, but also it's how we style them, right? It's how we choose the clothing and the outfits for them. It's how the different props that we lay next to them. It gives them their own little personalities, so to speak, even though it's not a living baby. It's a doll. We get that. But that's the fun of it. It truly is. And here's another accessory that's one of my favorites that I've had for a really long time. It's just a sweet little lovey. I have two of them. One is, this one's a bunny. It's got the bunny ears and it's white. And then the other one is a gray theme. And I believe it's a cat theme ears. But I just find them to be utterly sweet. And when my daughters were young, that's one thing they did have. They had blankets and loveys. They did have those things. So I really enjoy doing the same thing for Monroe. She needs a lovey. She needs something to keep her company. And you'll see this little pink wrap on her foot. That is an owlet monitor. That is a true owlet baby monitor, which comes in a kind of the standard leg sock, the wrap or sock as they call it. Usually out of the box comes in this really pretty, I want to call it almost like a Tiffany blue, but a little bit more pastel than that. But it's a really pretty color, but I wanted the pink because clearly you guys know I'm a pink freak. And so I ordered this one, the extra sock in pink. And so it is truly just a prop. Does she need an owlet monitor? No, she does not have a pulse, but if she were a living baby, I would be having that on her foot when she slept. So it's just a prop. It wraps around. It's Velcro. But it's just fun to add to the realism. And I don't always put it on her, but there are times where she's just laying here and wearing the owlet monitor on her foot. These are the things I love. And some people find it to be very extreme. I, however, don't care if people find what I do extreme or not. Doesn't bother me. To each their own, you know what I'm saying? And if this is what brings me joy, then that's what brings me joy, and it's not up to anybody else to determine whether that's appropriate or not. That's why I always tell people, don't worry about what people think about your way of collecting. As long as you enjoy it, that's all that matters, and that's the truth. And then of course we have her beautiful little onesie, and I'm going to move the ear back so you guys can see. It says Monroe Taylor in cursive in a very pale pink on her little onesie. It's a basic onesie brand, cheap old onesie with her name across it. Why do I love these things? Because it's about the little details. And I have one that also says Claire Taylor Dolls across the front, exactly the same except Claire Taylor Dolls instead of Monroe Taylor. I look at these as having extra originals that I have collected for her that I actually love to use. She has never worn the Claire Taylor Dolls one that is actually safely tucked away with all of her originals that she came home to me with, and the original boxes and such. And I love personalization. I talked about it when I was just showing you guys my planner, my traveler planner. It's the very same way I am with like everything in life. I pay attention to those little finite details that maybe some don't, or that doesn't matter to some people. These are the things that matter to me, and it's the little things like that that I truly enjoy, and it makes this hobby truly so much fun for me, is finding these things that sing, that call to me. And it could be the most basic thing, and it's not about the amount of money you spend. Like the onesie, I think it cost, I don't know, maybe $12. And hold on, I'm going to shut the door in my office because someone just came home and I don't want them to be talking so you can hear them, because that happens a lot. So it's not about spending money. It's not about finding the most expensive thing, although I do have some, expensive props, such as actual baby furniture. Those things are expensive, but for the most part, the smaller little fun items like the pacifiers, the little loveys, they're not expensive at all. The blankets, I'm also a blanket freak. I love a beautiful blanket, and I want to show this to you just simply because you couldn't see it in the past videos where I shared it because I had wrapped Monroe up in it. It's a beautiful cotton blanket. It's a beautiful cotton blanket. I think it's organic cotton, if I'm not mistaken, with little pale pink stars. I have also one that has little dots all over it. My favorites because of the color. I'm one for loving pale pink, and I just love. But I wanted to show that to you. So I am constantly collecting, even though I may not share everything I'm collecting for her. I'm always buying little trinkets and things that I think would be perfect as a prop. And, that's what makes it fun for me. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because, I've talked about saving up money for that special doll and sometimes getting frustrated because you can't buy the doll you want immediately. By enjoying the ones you have and buying cute, fun props, things that aren't expensive, allow you to continue to save money while enjoying the doll you have. And that's really important on our doll collecting journey, especially if we're saving up for that really big purchase someday. You still want to enjoy everything along the way until you get there. Love every doll you have and what's in your possession at the time. Don't rush through it, always thinking to the next, to the next, to the next. That way you can actually enjoy what's currently in front of you. It's just some advice that I would want to give to those out there that are saving, and it could take years to save the amount of money that you want for that special doll, right? So truly try to enjoy and love each doll you have when you have it. It really makes the time go by faster when you are saving for that special doll, but also buying the props and accessories. Also make it an affordable way where you're getting little things here and there that are new that still keep it fresh, even if you've had the same doll for a while. I've had this baby for 3 years, over 3 years now, which is unheard of, right? For me especially, if anybody knew me long ago, I had a revolving door of dolls coming in and out of my nursery. Sometimes multiple dolls a week would come and go. And it took me a long time to find the one. You're looking at her. She is the one in my eyes. She's very special. She makes me not look for other new dolls, and I'm very, very content with her. And so I just keep it fresh by buying cute little props for her. That's what keeps it fun for me, because people are like, I don't know how you got down to one doll and you don't have the urge to buy. I don't. I can look and appreciate and enjoy all the new dolls that come out, but when I look at Monroe, to me, she is my baby. And I don't want another. I don't know how long that'll last for now. I don't want to make it sound like, I know that that's a forever thing, because I don't know that. There might be another doll that comes out at some point in time that makes me go, okay, it's time to move on to a different doll. I never know when that's going to happen until it happens. But right now, it's just not in the works. I'm enjoying her still. So there you go, guys. There's a little chat about props, why props are so important in our hobby, and how it can also help you along while you're saving for that really big purchase, to really make what you currently have all the more fun and fresh and new. So hopefully you enjoyed this chat. Hopefully you enjoyed little Monroe, seeing her again. And yeah, thanks for watching as always, guys. Bye-bye.